I'ma do my own thing. Yeah. I'm finna buy a ringtone and let the phone ring.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the A&J Soccer Show. Finally, after 6 months, it's me, Andrew, and I'm here with my main man, Jalen. And we are just so stoked to be back and give you guys some awesome content over the semester. And really looking forward to getting into it.
Yeah, before we start talking about some stuff in the Premier League, we just want to give you guys a heads up and let you know that we'll probably only be doing one episode every 2 weeks. We both got a pretty busy schedule on hands this semester, so we hope that you bear with us. But before we start talking about the Premier League, I kind of wanted to pick Andrew's brain a little bit because he had an awesome last semester being abroad, and so I just kind of wanted to touch on a couple of cool experiences he had. He went to a couple really, but he saw two really cool clubs, and so I was wondering, what you thought about that.
Yeah, definitely. So I was in Berlin last semester. That was where I stayed. So I went to a Hertha Berlin game, which was amazing, and the ultras there are just insane. And the funny thing is, the game I went to, the ultras were actually some of them were banned because they went to Dortmund the week before and got into an altercation with the Dortmund ultras. So I was at a Hertha game. It was against Leipzig. It was really cool to be in it's called the Olympiastadion, the Olympic Stadium, and
accent.
Trying to work on that. But it was so cool. Hertha got smacked big time, but I saw some of the players on Hertha. So Salomon Kalou is a name that you might remember if you played some FIFA back in the day.
Yeah.
And then, Timo Werner, and seeing all these really cool German nationals on Leipzig was amazing. I went with my program and kind of showed that gritty kind of culture of Berlin in the ultras especially. We were sitting above them, so we got to look down on them and look down at the game. And that was so
Yeah, I feel like that's a really good game to go to because, Leipzig has a lot of exciting players with Werner and whatnot. And so I feel that's not a bad first game to go to in Germany, but you went to an even better game. Yeah. Why don't you tell them about that one?
Yeah, so I bought the last 3 tickets in one of the nosebleed stands for the Man City versus Bournemouth game in December, and it was a last minute thing. I called 2 of my friends who were abroad with me, and we went. Once I got there, I was just kind of in shock. You get off the tram and you kind of walk across the street and walk up to the stadium, and it just says welcome, this is City, welcome to City on this blue wall, and then you walk a little further and you just see the beginning of the Etihad, and you see the Etihad campus everywhere, and it's just kind of the most amazing, wow, this is me, I'm actually here, this is real. I'm not trying, I'm sorry. But it was just so surreal. And then in the fan shop too, we walked through the fan shop. Jolien Lescott was there doing a presentation on something, so he was right. Yeah, he was just right there, and people were asking him questions. And then we walk into the game, Man City Bournemouth. My friend who was with me, I will leave him nameless, put some money down on Bournemouth in typical English gambling fashion. So he was hoping for a Bournemouth win. I think it was actually 1-1 at the half. So it was an awesome ball by Zinchenko to Sane to Bernardo for the first goal, I remember. And there was a little kid behind me, and he was commentating the entire game to his dad. So he's Sane passes to Bernardo, go! It was so cool, and the atmosphere as well was just I was in the nosebleeds, but I could still get the sense of just everyone being so excited and amazing. I wound up 3-1 to City, to the dismay of my friend who put money down on Bournemouth, but to my delight. So, I could ramble about it, but it was just amazing.
I apologize if my face looks really upset right there. I am a bit jealous that Andrew was able to go to that City game because, one day I'm going to make it out to Etihad and catch a game. But until then, I'll be here waiting and dreaming of going to a game. But no, I think that's so awesome that you're able to do that. Like I said, I will dream one day to be over there and catch a game. But it's the second half of the season, and
it is.
Time has been flying. We're not doing as hot as we were last year at this time. Liverpool's ahead of us right now. But what have you been thinking?
Yeah, I've been super impressed by Liverpool, especially the signings of. Honestly, Fabinho's been a good signing. He's been he was sort of slow to start, like slow getting integrated into the team. But now that he's playing pretty well, I would say, and kind of being a supplemental midfielder. And of course, Salah started off really slow, and I was like, yes, finally, one season wonder, like ha ha ha. And then he comes out and just scores a bajillion goals again. So. Liverpool is very dangerous this year. Do they have the squad depth to compete on all the fronts they are and to maintain? I know they're prioritizing the Premier League, but do they have the squad depth? I don't know. And that's just sort of my thoughts on the top dogs, Liverpool. Do you have any other thoughts on Liverpool or maybe the teams under them or something like that?
No, but I watched the Liverpool City game, and obviously that was a great result for us to win, and that was kind of huge because, honestly, it would have been pretty tough for us to come back if they would have beaten us in that fixture. Even so, just tying. And so, but that was one of the most entertaining games of the year by far. It was really attacking oriented. There was really good chances, and honestly, down to the last couple of minutes, anything could happen. So, I think that they're a strong team, but I don't think that they're strong enough to be able to hold off against us. Yeah. I think that we still have a really, really good chance of coming in first place, despite what everyone has been coming up and telling me that they think Liverpool's going to take it and there's no chance for us to come back. So, top four right now, I think, is Liverpool, City, Tottenham, and Chelsea.
I think that's right.
So, I think right now is honestly between the top two. I don't want to give really Tottenham a chance. We'll see what ends up happening, obviously, but I think that by the end of it, City will come back on top, especially if Liverpool has an injury to one of their top players. I think their squad, I don't know if their squad's deep enough to be able to withstand a huge injury like that. So, at this point, there's a lot of games left, but I still have full faith that City will come through and take it all.
And I have that faith as well. I have to. I really want to. That would be obviously the best, but. You mentioned Tottenham, and they were doing really well, but then Harry Kane goes down, Dele Alli goes down. This is in the more recent weeks, and Tottenham was right up there with Liverpool and City, maybe a little bit off of them, but now they've just been knocked out of the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and Spurs still don't have any trophies since forever ago. So that's kind of bad if you're a Spurs fan. I think the introduction of Sarri into Chelsea has been really interesting, the new manager. He's sort of been a little bit of a rabble-rouser with his team. He did a press conference in Italian, basically criticizing his team for not being motivated. But I think the Chelsea players are either on or they're off. So that's sort of a summary of the top dogs right now. Wondering, I guess I hate to call them a potential top dog again, but United, sacking Mourinho, bringing in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Do you have any thoughts on what he's done? I think it's 8 wins in the last 8 or something, which I hate, but
that's really impressive. They call him interim, and then you sit around for a little bit, and at first you're like, first couple of games you win, could be luck, could be, you're sitting there doing nothing, you're sitting big your head, but at the same time, 8 straight wins. Including a pretty impressive one over Arsenal in the FA Cup. That's good stuff. Whether he can do it in the Champions League is a different question, and what his capacity is as a manager will be tested as things go forward if they choose to keep him on. Right. But it's not. I don't like to see it as you were saying earlier. I'm not a big fan of them doing well, but that's pretty cool for the manager, the interim manager. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. But I think that it seems the players are happier. Pogba seems to be a bit more reignited, and he's bringing out his dances. Lingard's bringing back his dances again. So we'll see if they can sneak in. I think they'll probably end up outside the top 4. Hopefully. Yeah. So basically, we just want to come back and tell you guys, what we've been up to, kind of what the semester is going to look like. We obviously have some small changes, but it's awesome to be back. I'm really excited. Seriously. I know Andrew's really excited. And so if you guys enjoy the video, just drop us a like, subscribe, and comment down below anything you want us to talk about in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we missed a whole semester worth of things, so if you guys want to go back and think about anything that was big in the last semester that you feel like we should talk about, definitely comment below. And until next time, we'll see you.
in my DM. Promise that my BM gonna slide when she see him. I know she gon' see him cause I'm defo finna show her. Take her to the culprit, then I take her to the store.